Alright, here's a couple things you need to know. When you have log base 10 of something, okay, of 100 or whatever I write here, as soon as you see log base 10, we actually don't write that little 10 right here. We just write log of 100. See how it's missing? We write it like this because this is the most common logarithm. We call log base 10 of x, we'll say. This is our common logarithm. Write that down, remember that. Common logarithm. So we don't write the 10. So we write just log of whatever's here, x. We don't write the base 10. Okay? So if you don't see a number down here, that automatically assumes base 10. Okay? So this up here. So if I just wrote log of 100, what would that mean? That would mean the base, which is 10 because you don't see it, 10 to some power equals 100. So what is your answer? X equals 2. So log of 100 equals 2. Alright, that's a common logarithm. Log base 10, which you have to write no 10. Next one. This is called the natural logarithm. Okay, natural. So from section 3 we talk about natural number e. It's like 2.7 something. Okay, so that natural number e, I mean, we can use it in logs too. Like instead of log base 10 or base 2 or base whatever we've been working with so far, we could write log base e, which is really 2.7 something, of x, or of whatever number we want here. Okay, and that would mean e to some power equals x. Okay, but we don't write it log base e. All right, but understand this: log base e is the same as ln x. ln just means natural logarithm. Natural logarithm. All right. So instead of writing log e, we write ln instead. Okay. So instead of writing log 10, we just write log. Okay. So underline that. Anytime you see ln, the first thing that comes to my mind, I just think log e. I like to look at it like this off to the side in my work. I like to just say this. But in a final answer, you never write log e. You always write ln. Okay? So, know those couple things so that we can do the next part. Let's see. Next part is we're going to do this in the calculator. Log 8. What does that mean? Is that 8 a base? No, that's not a little 8. That's a big 8. So, log 8 means log base 10 of 8. What does that mean? That means 10 to some power equals 8. What do you think that number is going to be? What do you think 10 to some power is equal to 8? What do you think that number is going to be close to being? What would be nice here? 10 to some power equals 10, right? What would that be? That would be 1. So the number has to be less than 1. Okay, 10 to something less than 1 is equal to 8. All we're going to do is type this in our calculator. Log of 8. So you can use your calculator, but don't rely on your calculator because the calculator can only take you so far. Like log base 2 of something else, you technically can't use your calculator for. So where's the log button? Right here. Log of, see there how there's no base here? You can't type in a base. So this is assuming, this log is assuming log base 10. Log of 8. There you go. Hit enter. Should be less than 1, right? There it is. 0.90. Okay, now go back to this. So log 8, enter, and now you could check it. 10 to the 0.903 is about 8. That's how you check. Okay, what does this mean? Natural log of 0.3. So what I like to think of it as is log base e of 0.3. So this means e means 2.7 something, so 2.7 to some power equals 0.3. Well, you probably can't do that one in your head. So, but you might be able to come close. Type that in your calculator. Natural log of 0.3. So how do you get natural log? It's right here. ln. Natural log of 0.3. Enter. You should normally close up parentheses. If it's a longer problem, definitely close it up. Negative 1.2. So there you go. That's how you find out how to do it in the calculator. Some things. Okay. Example 3 is done just using a calculator. Example 4, a little word problem. It gives you this model, this equation. It tells you wind speed S. So S right here is your wind speed. In miles per hour, near the center of a tornado, can be modeled by this function. Now what is the base of the log here? Here's a log. What do you notice the base is? You don't see a base, right? There's no little number. So base is 10. We just don't write it. D is the distance in miles that the tornado travels. Okay. And 1945 tornado traveled 220 miles through 3 states. Estimate the wind speed. So, estimate S. They told you a distance is 220. Just put it in the formula, right? So distance is 220. They put it in here, and actually there's no work to this, right? I mean, they want you to find S. All you gotta do is type this in your calculator. 93 times log, hit the log key, 220, end parenthesis. So try this in your calculator, make sure you got your answer. Make sure you put that in parentheses. Log of 220 plus 65. Enter. You should get 282.806, which means I was talking about S, which is wind speed. That's how much wind speed it is, 283 miles per hour. There you go. There's your word problem for the day, and the end of the first part of section 4. Now on to part 2.